All right, thank you. So, Madam Clerk, you understood that Lloyd Mumford read his statement of sovereignty and indicated he wanted to represent himself. As I indicated previously, the terrorist threats and acts is considered a felony. And so that charge, as well as the stalking, will be bound over to Superior Court with no bond.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you. James Bennett. Mr. Bennett, you've been charged with theft by shoplifting and failure to appear in court. The theft by shoplifting stemmed from a September 9th, 2020 case. And then, of course, the failure to appear for failing to show up in court to that case. I need to know whether you be represented by an attorney or represent yourself. You are facing a possibility of up to 12 months in jail, 12 months probation, or a combination of those for the shoplifting, and up to 3 days, $200 fine on the failure to appear. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I do see that you sent in an application for a public defender, but you indicated that you have no children.
No, I have a child, but she's grown.
All right, so you have an adult child, but none living with you at the address on Urban Street.
Urban.
All right, this is based on the household income. Who works in the home?
Nobody.
And how are you taking care and paying the rent there?
Late foods and stuff.
When's the last time you were employed, sir?
About 10 months ago. I've been locked up 10 months. I've been in Clayton County Jail.
Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Madam Clerk, are you able to tell me what day he allegedly failed to appear so I can see whether he was in custody at that time?
Yes, 1 second, Judge. I was sending you. I believe it was October 20. The 12th of October,
What year?
2020.
All right, thank you. There's no history in the system, so I can't check. Time he'll be appointed. Madam Clerk, if I can get a history on Travis Flanagan, I'll come back to him shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Reginald Weems. Mr. Williams, you were charged with deposit account fraud. Madam Clerk, it was my understanding that there was a warrant attached when I spoke with them on this morning, and that he actually had 2 charges, 2 separate warrants, and I only see one here. When I spoke with the jail this morning, there should be 2 deposit account frauds, one for like 100 and something and one for like 300 or something like that. So it should be 2 charges and 2 warrants attached to this case.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you received. Am I correct, Mr. Weems?
Ma'am, 2 tickets.
2 tickets, right? Madam Clerk, I only see one.
1 second, Judge. We're checking.
All right, thank you. Sir, you can have a seat until I get a full record. All right, while she's checking, give me one moment. Mr. Weems, are you employed, sir?
I stay home and take care of my mom because can't find proper caretaker for her. Let like 3 caretakers go because they weren't doing their job, so I'll take them home.
All right, who's paying the mortgage, the rent there? Because I see that it's
My mom and my girlfriend, and I do odd jobs to help out too.
and do you know how much they earn or what source of their income?
My mom's check is like she gets Social Security.
Your mother gets Social Security?
Yeah, she get Social Security and disability because her dad did. So my mom's blind, so that's the reason she gets Social Security. She gets
Okay.
about $800 in all, because her stuff is in my name. I'm her care, a check comes in my name, so I take care of her. Everything comes in my name for her.
Uh-huh.
Like when I go to the Social Security office and stuff, if my name's at the top.
And your girlfriend?
She works for a daycare. I don't know the name of the daycare. She do 66. I think she makes probably about $15, $16 an hour, maybe.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Dabney, he'll be appointed to you, but it is 2 cases, not 1.
Can I get
Understood,
a
Your Honor.
His bond is set at $1,000 on each of the charges.
Okay. Thank you.
I
And
don't
Ms.
have history
Haynes,
yet, so I can't reflect back to see
Okay.
whether it's going to be modified, so you can inquire later.
Understood, Your Honor. And Mr. Weems, I'll be speaking with you today at the jail, okay, to talk about your case.
Okay, can I get a bond today to get out?
Your bond
Yeah.
is 2,000, so you can try to post bond at any
Bond.
time.
Okay. All right. Gotta call the bond. Huh? All right.
But yeah, if you're able to bond out, you can bond out today, Mr. Weems. But I'm still gonna give you a call, okay?
All right, today, right?
Yes, today.
All right.
Mhm.
Do they still do the percentage on the bond?
Yes, sir. Some of them do, so you just have to call around. Is there anyone that did not hear their name called? Come to the window, please. May I have your name, please?
Juan Taylor.
I'm sorry, so repeat that.
That's Juan Taylor.
Taylor? Madam Clerk, I
Yes.
don't see a Taylor on the calendar.
Your Honor, that's my case. He's requesting a bind over.
Okay, he's not on the calendar for today.
Yeah, Judge, I was just informed that he needed to come out because he requested a bind over.
Can you go ahead and move his case to the calendar so we have a complete docket?
Yes.
What's the charge, Mr. Dabney?
Criminal trespass, Your Honor, under
All right.
6721.
Thank you. And you're sending over the waiver?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. That'll be bound over to the State Court of Fulton County. Once it's on the docket, we can go ahead and do that. All right, so the only one that I think I need to circle back to is Mr. Flanagan. I wanted to see his history, and it's in now.
So that's it.
That's it, sir. You can be seated. Mr. Flanagan,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, you were charged with a fare evasion, which is a local ordinance that carries up to 6 months in jail, 6 months probation, or a combination of those. You understand the charge?
Yes.
Are you employed, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And you live in Douglas County?
No, I actually stay in Sandy Springs. Right now, I live in a hotel.
Understood. I am going to release you on a signature, which is an unsecured judicial release.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
need to come back to court on the date that's on your ticket. You do have a hold on you out of Somerville. So
Yes, I know.
though I'm releasing you, doesn't mean they may or may not come and get you.
Right.
All right, so you need to make sure you're in court.
Is it the 72 hours?
And it just depends on what their reason is for not coming to pick you up. So that's going to be up to the jail.
Okay.
All right. So Madam Clerk, unsecured judicial release for Mr. Flanagan. He does need to come back to court on August 23rd. Nope. August 21st. I can't tell what that is. Well, Madam Clerk, please confirm. It says 21st day of August 20. Okay, August 21st is what I believe it is. We can
Okay.
confirm that
Of this year,
of this year at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Failure to show up, a warrant will be issued for your arrest, and be aware that the city of East Point does come and pick people up.
Right.
All right. Is there anyone else who did not hear their name called? All right, gentlemen, if you will stand and let them officers know that you're ready to go, those who need to speak to your attorney will have that opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dabney, D-A-B-N-E-Y. All right, thank you. And then I believe we would be waiting for Zakiah Arnold, Kierica Dean, Angelia Lewis, Kamari Tucker, maybe?
Yes, that's a female, Your Honor, and she has refused to talk, but we'll address that when she comes up.
All right. Markia Williams Little and Jasmine Worthens. Did Miss Lewis change her mind?
She did. I've explained the situation to her. She knows that she's gonna be pleading guilty to the FTAs, and she knows that the theft by shoplifting is a felony, Your Honor. So that will have to be transported to Fulton County Superior Court.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Good morning, Your Honor. Do you know if Arnold or Williams Little was given CAA?
Hold on one second. On Miss Arnold, I'm not sure if she does hair, and it still says she has no, she's self-employed with no income, but she does hair. I don't think they understand what self-employed means. It means you have an income. So
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
need to wait until she comes out and evaluate that. And who's the other one?
Williams Little, Marquia. I just wanted to send the paperwork over if they had. But if not, we got to wait. I still have the paperwork prepared to send over if they are given CAA.
Yeah, we'll just wait because they didn't fill it out properly. So once they come,
Okay.
I'll go over that and make a determination. I'll go over those first.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll all hold. I'm gonna stop the recording, pause it rather. The live stream will still continue.
So we are waiting for Judge Allen to come on. And we are the females. Once you guys are all done, we'll go back to our sales, whatever, and then we'll start search.
I'm sorry, we didn't understand what you said. Okay, one moment. Mr. Dabney, if you'll go ahead and see if this is your client.
Good morning, ma'am. Are you Miss Lewis?
I remember you, please,
What's your name, ma'am?
man. Oh, it's sad. It ain't nothing big.
Are you Miss Tucker?
Yeah. That's my mom.
Your Honor, I believe this is Miss Tucker.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Miss Amori Tucker? Ms. Tucker, you were charged with obstruction of a law enforcement officer under 16-10-24. It does carry up to 12 months in jail, 12 months probation, or a combination of those. Because you are facing the possibility of jail, I need to know whether you wish to be represented by an attorney or do you want to represent yourself?
Are you asking me to?
I'm asking, do you want one or not? You don't have to, you don't have to pick it up. Do you want an attorney? Yes or no? Ms. Tucker, did you say yes or no?
Did we say yes or no? Can I go to someone else?
All right, Madam, Mr. Dabney, out of an abundance of caution, we're gonna appoint.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. And this is a state charge, correct, Your Honor? The obstruction.
Yes,
Okay, out of abundance of caution, can we just have this set for a PC hearing just in case I'm unable to talk to her?
that'll be on next Wednesday.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Ms. Tucker is ready to go back. Ms. West Tucker, your attorney's gonna give you a call and speak with you after court, okay? Madam Clerk, if you'll have someone come and retrieve Mr. West Tucker, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Go ahead.
Please stand if you hear your name called.
They're on the way,
Zakaya
Judge.
Arnold. I'm sorry.
They're on the way to get Miss Amora.
Okay, thank you. Zakaya Arnold, please stand. All right, right there, Miss Arnold. Miss Arnold, you asked for an attorney for the probation violation. This appears to be the second violation that you have. Are you employed?
No, All right, do this.
Come all the way up to the window.
No.
I see that you live on, looks like Morehouse Drive.
Yes.
And so you do live with someone. How much is the rent there?
My mom and her husband.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
My mom and husband own their home, so there's no the mortgage is $0.
All right, and does anyone work?
My mom.
You indicate that you do hair. How much do you earn doing hair?
It depends on the style.
How much did you earn last week?
maybe probably roughly,
I'm sorry, repeat that.
maybe 500, 150 a day, maybe.
You said 70, how much?
150 a day doing braids,
How many days did you work last week?
3,
How many days do you work most weeks?
maybe 2 or 3 days.
Any minor children?
Yes,
How many?
I have 4 daughters.
And does your mother work?
Yes,
And where does she work?
Garden Deli downtown. I don't know the exact location, but I know it's called Garden Deli downtown.
What kind of business is it?
It's a restaurant. It's called Garden Deli downtown East Street.
What does she do there?
Guess she's a server. I'm not sure.
Is
She
she
makes-
is she a waitress, a baker? What does she do?
She fixed the food for the customers that walked up, so I don't know what they call it.
Okay, so she's a server of sorts. Okay. All right, thank you. Any other adults in the household?
Mr. Wesley Lovett.
And does he work?
No, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Dabney, at this time, she'll be appointed based on the number of people in the house and what is earned. But she will have to bring proof of her parents' income upon return.
And this is Ms. Arnold, Your Honor, for the probation violation? Okay.
Correct.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Arnold, I'm gonna give you a phone call at the jail as soon as I get done speaking with the probation officer assigned to your case to see if we can come to some sort of resolution in your case, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Markia Williams Little. Ms. Williams Little, you indicated you didn't say whether you wanted an attorney or not for the probation violation. Do you wish to be represented by an attorney or represent yourself?
I mean, I don't know the difference. I don't know if either or would help me or not.
All right, and I can't tell you that. So the probation officer is on. If you'd like to speak with the probation officer, he could call you. But understand that he is representing the city's interest as it pertains to whether you violate it or not. Anything you say to him can and likely will be used against you in your hearing, or you can ask for an attorney to represent you and they represent your interests and will make argument on your behalf. Either way, the hearing will not be on today. So I just need to know whether you want an attorney, yes or no.
So I'm gonna still have to be in here this weekend.
There's a possibility. Would you like an attorney, yes or no?
No.
All right, thank you. Mr. Golson, you can give her a call. She indicated she does not want an attorney. In the event that the case is not resolved, then we will have a hearing on Monday. Nope. Yes.
Now, I start my new job on Monday. I'm just trying to get out of here so I can stop work and pay this fine and stuff.
But that's something you'll have to talk to the probation officer about. That's what I was just telling them if you were listening. Is that he's going to give you a call after court. If it can be resolved today, fine. If not, we'll have a hearing on Monday.
Okay, then yes, that's what I was saying. I didn't know like what was the difference.
The difference between what, ma'am?
I'm saying the difference between if I'm representing myself or if somebody else is. Like I don't know all of
Well,
that.
an attorney is trained in law and legal procedure. They're here to help you understand your legal rights. They can give you legal advice based on the information that you give them. So I can't tell you what difference it's going to make because I don't know what you're going to tell your attorney. So you either decide to proceed with or without an attorney. That's your choice.
Okay, I'm gonna get an attorney.
All right. Are you employed?
No, I start my job on Monday. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you start on Monday. All right, so Mr. Dabney, at this time, she does not have employment. You'll be appointed to represent her.
Understood, Your Honor. And Ms. Williams Little, I'll be giving you a phone call at the jail to discuss a possible resolution on your case today. But as mentioned, if no resolution is made today, then you'll be brought back out on Monday for a hearing, okay?
So I'm gonna still have to be here all the way until Monday.
Ms. Williams Little, did you not hear what I just said? I will give you a call, and if it can be resolved today, it will be resolved today. But if not, you will be brought back out on Monday. Okay? So it's a possibility that it can be resolved today, but if not, you'll have your hearing on Monday, okay?
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
thank you, Ms. Williams Little. Tiara Dean. All right, thank you for assisting her.
Oh, you will.
All right, Ms. Dean, you were charged with a failure to appear as well as disorderly conduct. You also indicated that you wanted to be represented by an attorney, is that correct?
Yes.
And I see your application indicates that you received 900 in SSI
Mhm.
and that there are 4 people living in your household, is that correct?
Yes, I stay with my uncle now. I'm not staying at my own apartment in Regency Park where it's secure, but I evicted, fighting with my sister and trying to train her. That incident right there, and it kept going on and on.
All right, well, we're not going to get into the facts of the case at this point. I just wanted to see whether anyone else was working there, and I do see that you're visually impaired and the Social Security, so you will be appointed counsel to assist you. Mr. Dabney, it's a failure to appear and a disorderly conduct.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Dean, I'll be giving you a call at the jail today to discuss your case. And Your Honor, is there a bond in her case already?
Currently, her bond is 1,000 on each of the charges.
Okay.
What can I
It's
ask?
from
Ms. Dean, hold on.
November 19th of 2021. And she only has 1 cycle, which was dismissed previously. You can reduce the failure to appear to 200, Madam Clerk, and the disorderly conduct to 500.
Ain't ever been in
So
trouble.
the total bond is going to be 700.
Okay, understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You had a question, ma'am?
Yes, I do. I have never been in trouble, ever been locked up. So why if I'm getting charged with something, I didn't get locked up.
All
My
right, so
sister got arrested.
we'll deal with that later. You got a ticket and you didn't show up in court, and that's how we ended up here today. Is because you didn't show up in court. So your attorney will discuss that with you and let us know if there's anything else that might be able to be done. So at this time, I've reduced your bond. That bond is going to be set at 700.
Okay.
It was reduced from 1,500 to 700.
So will I be able to call my family?
You will be able to do that, but your attorney is going to give you a call as well. All right.
That's it.
All right. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Dean. That's it for right now. When we finish court, he'll give you a call. And Miss Angelia Lewis. And Miss Lewis, the other day you were sworn in and we were talking to you and you said you didn't want to enter a plea, but at this time, it's my understanding from your attorney that you wish to enter a plea of guilty to the failure to appears and bind everything else over to Superior Court.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Madam Clerk, that's 6 days credit for time served.
Okay, go ahead and finish.
Thank you. 6 days, it's 3 days on each charge, credit for time served to run consecutive. It's my understanding she's been in custody since July 1st. And if that is the case, the 6 days is up to date and she'll be bound over to the Superior Court of Fulton County.
Now, the other two charges, Jacqueline, staying on them today if I can?
No, that's gonna be tomorrow in Fulton County or no later than Monday. Yeah, you're gonna go to Fulton County on those.
Okay, they coming to get me?
No, somebody's gonna take you down there because it's felonies.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, all right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Jasmine Worthings. Jasmine Worthings. Is there anyone in the gallery did not hear their name called? Madam Clerk, you have any announcement on Jasmine Worthings?
I called for her. I can see, where she is.
All right, it appears that we've concluded with all the females that are here, so you can call them to come and pick them up so that Mr. Dabney can start talking to his clients. And once we hear back and determine what's going on with Ms. Worthings, then we can determine whether we're finished or not.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. I'll pause the recording. Let me see. Ms. Probst.
1 second.
Yes, Judge.
Can you give me a call real quick?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Miss Jasmine Worthings,
Yes, ma'am.
could you come up to the window, Miss Worthings? Good morning, Ms. Worthings. My name is Judge Rashida Oliver. You're here because you received a local ordinance violation of disorderly conduct. It does carry a maximum penalty of jail time of up to 6 months in jail, 6 months probation, or a combination of those. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court will appoint someone to represent you. Do you wish to be represented by an attorney or represent yourself?
I'm an attorney.
All right, thank you. Are you employed?
Oh, ma'am.
When's the last time you were employed?
The beginning of 2022.
All right, thank you. And your place of residence, is it near or at the Motel 6 or is it somewhere else?
No, ma'am, I don't have a physical address.
All right, thank you. So residentially challenged. There's no application at this time, but Mr. Dabney, I will appoint Ms. Worthings to you. She does have a warrant in the system.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Worthings, I'll be giving you a phone call at the jail after court today just to discuss your case with you and any possible resolutions that we may be able to come to. And Your Honor, did you set a bond in her case?
Her bond is set at 1,000.
Okay. And then I'll also talk to you about how to post bond if you're able to afford that, okay?
All right,
I
thank
do
you.
have an address if you need to record one.
All right, if you will discuss that and give that to your attorney, okay?
Sure.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Madam Clerk, I believe that will conclude the morning's calendar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Worthings, if you'll go to the door, they'll let you out so that you can get to a phone and hear from your attorney.
Okay. Will I be held until a new court date or until I can post bond?
There's a possibility, but after you speak to your attorney, he can give you some better ideas of what might be going on with your case.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a good day. All right, that will conclude the calendar. I do know that we are anticipating Angelia Lewis bond over, Lloyd Mumford bond over.
Yes.
UJR for Flanagan,
Yes, ma'am.
and the remaining are for Mr. Dabney.
Correct.
All right. We'll reconvene Monday morning unless I hear something otherwise.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Stop in recording and give me one